Hey guys, my name's Allison Behringer, and I host and produce a narrative documentary style podcast called The Intern, and I work out of BetaWorks. And Brady tagged me to talk, and so just wanted to share a little bit about what I do. So I do not have a tech background at all. I used to be a teacher, work in the nonprofit space. So when I was hired to make a podcast about what it's like to work in tech and live in New York City, it was kind of my first introduction to everything. So I kind of operate as like an insider, outsider to this world. And so kind of two like really quick stories about that. When I first sat down in the morning and everyone was introducing themselves, I was kind of taking notes on who I wanted to talk to and just like kind of like what they looked like or what they were wearing. And I looked at my list and realized it was like, this person, their name, why I wanted to talk to them, like blue plaid shirt. And then it was like pink plaid shirt and like light blue plaid shirt. um, and then the other thing is that, so I watched Silicon Valley for the first time like years ago, and I didn't get it at all. Like I didn't understand why it was funny. And then it came on after Game of Thrones the other week, and I started watching it again, like for the second time, and I was like, this is hilarious. I totally get that. So at that moment, I was kind of like, all right, I think I'm kind of stepping in a little bit more to the insider side of things. So like in each episode, I kind of ask a bigger question about the tech world and then kind of try to see it through the lens of my own experience. So like one of the first episodes, I asked the question, where does all this money come from? Like, why is it that I'm eating Kind bars and like stashing 5 in my backpack every day, and we're all drinking free beer, and none of these companies are making any money? And like, I get it, but like, really, like, where does that money come from? And like, okay, it comes from the VCs, but where does that money come from? So I kind of bring like a healthy dose of skepticism, I think, to things, and also just make it relatable as someone coming from the outside looking in. I think one of the best episodes, I documented my experience asking for a raise. So that's episode 5, if you want to check it out. And so with that in mind, like the outsider perspective, I thought I'd just share some questions that I have coming into the Botness space. Okay, so one thing I've noticed is that companies in BetaWorks and in the space suddenly started incorporating bot strategies into their companies. And my question is, like, this was touched on earlier, but in some ways it is fueled by venture capital money, but like to what extent? And how does that all work? Why is the bots topic so polarizing? Why are some people so staunchly opposed to this new thing and some people are so behind it? How is this different than Smarter Child, which I talked to in middle school on AIM? Like what is new? What is new here? And how are bots going to monetize, and why do people scoff when I ask this question? And also, like, what's with all the jargon? I'm really interested in like how ideas come to be and how trends become something that we're all going to jump on this train and get behind. How did the word bot come about? And we had a really interesting conversation about that. So that's pretty much it. It's really interesting being here with you guys. And yeah, if you want to download the podcast, you can get it iTunes, Overcast, SoundCloud. It's called The Intern. Thanks.